This is an example of using a tool called Viktor. And as a technologist, I'm always looking at how to use the tools at my disposal. And a lot of the things that I come across, seem great on the surface, but it's like, okay, what problem is this actually going to solve for me? Because as a technologist, it's not about just having the technology, it's about what business outcomes or impact does this actually have. And I think that this is a great example of one that was amazing for me. So Viktor is an AI that gets installed on Slack, and one of the things that I really loved about it right out of the box was it came in and offered up a whole bunch of suggestions about how it could help me. And I kind of had this idea of we have our internal documentation for HR in ClickUp, but we're onboarding a new team member right now, and like there's a bunch of stuff that's just like not in here. It's been hard to kind of keep up with, making sure that this is up to date. And I was doing this call with a team member on Friday about this and was like, okay, yeah, I really got to go ahead and do that. And I kind of just wanted to like experiment a little bit and say, okay, well, what if I just threw this to Viktor? Would this help? And so that's exactly what I did. So at, I guess it was 2 p.m., I asked and was like, okay, hey, I'm having team members are having trouble like finding new things, whatever. And so so Viktor comes back right at 2, and Viktor's the AI, by the way. And I ask if he wants the transcript of the call, and then he's like, yes, please. He flags up some issues about like what's happening in there. I give the transcript. He read it through and then flagged up the issues with me, and then flagged up like the three biggest issues of like getting paid and a couple other things. I did flag up that there was a section that the AI didn't catch that, but did get that, and then gave me a plan of like, okay, hey, like here's the draft, and all of this looked really good to me. And this is in 10 minutes, by the way. So I started this at 2 o'clock. It's now 2:08 when he responds. And I'm like, this is great. And then he drafts up all of the notes. I read through this and was like, wow, bang on. This is kind of amazing. Read through it all and I was like, okay, cool. So I go through all of this and then I say, okay, this is great, but I don't want him to overwrite what's already on there, because the thing with the AIs is that they are good, but they're like low level team members where you kind of want to check it. I want to make sure some details that are important don't get lost. So I was like, okay, like, hey, can you create all of these draft pages for me? And it's like, yeah, absolutely. And then approved it, said all of the draft pages are in there. And that was over the course of about half an hour. And some of the response rates are like based on me just honestly multitasking. I was doing a couple other things while I was working with Viktor. And like, so he responded, or the AI responded at 2:08. It took me 10 minutes to come back and kind of say, okay, yeah, I want you to work on this. And then worked on it right away. And then, it looks like it took him about 10 minutes to draft up all of those different things. And then I look in ClickUp, and it's, all of the things of what I asked for are here. So it has draft next to all of them, so I can move them around the way that I want, and go through here. And like, there's some updates that I'll probably make on this, but I can just go in and edit this. Now, what did this cost me? For the AI to go through this, it's Sunday. I like to work on Sundays. I don't expect my team to work on Sundays. And I don't expect like an admin assistant that would probably be doing this kind of level of work to be available whenever it is that I'm working. So it's 2 o'clock on a Sunday when I'm doing my prep work, was available, got it done in about, I'd say about 20 minutes. Not only that, but the AI cost to this with Viktor was about $5. Now, if you think about that as an hourly rate, a $10 hourly rate, because I mean, this took Viktor half an hour, let's just be generous here, and a $10 hourly rate, I'd definitely pay $10 for this, because this has probably saved me about 2 hours of work, I would bet. And when we're looking at tool implementation as a technologist, it's not just about what the tool can do, it's about what actual impact is it having, because it can be very easy to use a tool like Viktor. And we did do this when we were first starting to implement it, of just like, okay, well, it can do this and it can do this. And all it did was create noise, but really looking at what it is that you're doing on a day by day basis of like, how can I be enhanced by these tools versus just adding more noise on here. So I'm really loving Viktor. I keep getting ads for other AIs that also work in the same way, but I think it's kind of like dating a little bit. It's like there's always grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. But as long as Victor continues to add value and their pricing makes sense, then I'll continue to use it. And I'll probably trial some of the other ones over time. But right now, I'm just trying to get to know Victor and see like what are its capabilities, and that'll give me a better ability that if I do get into some of the other AI employee Slack tools, that it'll give me a better ability to be able to compare. But so far it's been fantastic. And I'm with anything like this, you do see other companies kind of coming out and mimicking what it is that original one did. And it's 50-50 of whether they keep up with their competitors or not. But I, for one, am delighted by this and really happy with the current outcome. This is the best $5 I've spent all day. If you want to follow along with more tech advice on how you can implement tech effectively within your business or for the company that you work for, specializing in becoming a technologist, then follow the channel or visit us at businesstechninjas.com.